Hi everyone, so this is a video of my MergeCube book report. I couldn't really figure out how to get the audio to work within the CoSpaces app, so I'm just going to add a voiceover to the video I took. The first side that you can see is my title side where I put my name and the name of the assignment. So I just said this is my MergeCube book report. The next side is the tag side where I put the title, author, and genre. I said the title is Shiloh, the author is Phyllis Reynolds Naylor. The genre is fiction, and it's about 144 pages. The next side is the summary side, so I said that Shiloh is the story of a boy named Marty who finds a dog when he's walking home and he decides to keep it and take care of it without telling anyone in his family. Then when the dog's owner, Judd, shows up, he just tries to do anything he can to keep Shiloh because he knows that Judd is really unkind to animals. The next side is my review side. I gave this book 4 stars because I've read it with some 4th graders a couple years in a row and they all really loved it. And I think that it has a really great message about what is right and what is wrong. So that's why I gave it such a high rating. It's always a favorite when I read it to my students. Now kind of moving on, I'll skip ahead a little bit. The next side is the setting side. So I said that most of the book takes place in rural West Virginia, kind of in the woods behind Marty's house. That's where he finds Shiloh and ends up caring for him throughout most of the book. Now, to kind of move on, again, I'll speed this up a little bit. My final side that I have is the character side. So I just talked about the 3 characters, Marty, Shiloh, and Judd. I have Marty and Shiloh standing next to each other. I animated Shiloh to bark, and then Marty is kind of saying that he'll keep Shiloh safe, and Judd, I animated him to angrily demand his dog back. So overall, I had fun making this MergeCube, and I think that kids would think that it's really fun too. I think that it's more engaging because you can actually move the cube around and you can animate the characters like I did and add dialogue to them. One of the things that I struggled the most with when I was doing this was resizing all of the images and then actually lifting up the cube and figuring out how to rotate it to do the bottom side. That was probably the most challenging thing for me, but I was able to figure it out just by kind of watching some tutorials and playing around in the CoSpaces account. I think that there's a ton of things that you could do with these MergeCubes outside of book reports, and the paper ones are pretty easy to make. So I think that this is something that teachers could definitely consider using with their students. The only downside is that you do need to have an iPhone or an iPad to use this. So I know necessarily all schools don't have this. So that would kind of be one thing that teachers would have to consider too.